Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to really get into the material you've shared, pull out those insights, those ha moments you need. Today, we're diving deep into Ashley Elston's thriller, First Lie Wins. Now, you've likely read it, you know the basic story, but our mission, our mission today is to unpack what this story really says about identity and about deception, the insidious side of it, and just raw survival, all through the eyes of this woman, Evie Porter, who's truly a master of disguise.
Precisely. We're looking beyond just the plot points. We want to dissect the layers Elston built into this narrative. It's fascinating, really. How does one mission, one carefully planned mission, push someone to question absolutely everything, even themselves? We're exploring that journey, from these meticulously built lies to this desperate fight for truth, and ultimately, for her own identity.
Okay, let's unpack this then. So we start with Evie Porter. Elston drops us right into what looks like, well, a perfect life, doesn't it? This charming town in Louisiana, the cute house, the community seems warm. She's got this new boyfriend, Ryan Sumner.
Right.
She's, shopping locally, joining book clubs, playing that perfect Southern girlfriend role. What's Elston actually doing there, setting it up like that?
It's classic misdirection, isn't it? Just brilliant narrative crafting. She creates this veneer of perfect normalcy, but the genius part is how she uses that idyllic picture to really hammer home the main theme. That theme of a lie so complete it almost feels true, even to Evie herself. And then, bam, the reveal that none of it's real.
Right.
Not her name, not her past, not why she's even there. That's where the psychological stakes just shoot up for you, the reader.
Yeah, that point about her identity just being a construct. That's so crucial. She isn't just playing a part. She is an identity. One of many, apparently, built by this shadowy guy, Mr. Smith.
The puppet master.
Exactly. He builds new lives. What does that tell us about his power? Or maybe even, about why someone might want that kind of escape.
Well, it speaks volumes about control, absolute control. Her deal with Smith was crystal clear. He gives orders, she follows, no questions, ever. Her first job there, in this quiet town, it seems simple enough on the surface. Get close to Ryan. Watch him, build the relationship, be patient, be loyal. And the big rule, never ask questions, never break character. It's like walking a tightrope, psychologically speaking. Elston really makes you feel that discipline it requires.
And Ryan Sumner himself, he seems great, right? Charismatic, successful, looks totally authentic. Which I guess makes it easier for Evie to just mirror what he wants, blend right in.
He's the perfect mark initially. He lulls Evie and us, the readers, into feeling secure. Everything seems to be going exactly to plan.
Until
Luca Marino shows up, yeah. And here's where Elston introduces that first big crack in Evie's carefully built world. Because Luca, she isn't part of the town, not part of Ryan's life. What's really disruptive, though, is she knows exactly who Evie really is. Or rather, who she isn't. Luca is like this ghost from a past life, a sharp reminder that Evie's control is way more fragile than she thinks.
This is where it really gets intense psychologically, isn't it? Because Luca isn't just like a threat to the mission objective. She's a mirror, reflecting everything Evie's tried to bury about her past.
Exactly.
Luca drops these little hints, names, old jobs, mistakes, reminding Evie what happens if she forgets who she's supposed to be. Or worse, if she starts believing this Evie Porter lie. It's that first major point where you see Evie starting to unravel a bit inside.
And that internal struggle, it quickly spills outwards. What started as a clean mission gets messy, fast. Evie starts questioning things. For the first time, really questioning Ryan's past. He's charming, sure, but Elston cleverly weaves in these little inconsistencies.
You notice?
Stories that don't quite match up, gaps in his timeline. She finds a locked drawer, overhears a weird phone call, sees this mysterious envelope. Addressed to someone who doesn't seem to exist. Little by little, Ryan's perfect image starts to crack. And Evie has to ask, who is this guy?
And what about Mr. Smith? The unseen hand guiding everything. He's never shown his face, right?
Yeah.
Just encrypted messages. Brief, cold, total control. Always. Yeah, his control felt absolute, like jump. And she just asks how high.
Yeah.
But now, his messages get sharper, more aggressive.
Yeah. Definitely. He senses she's getting attached to Ryan, maybe too attached, and he makes it very clear. Emotions are dangerous. Disobedience, that has consequences. It's a great way Elston just ramps up the pressure on Evie. It really poses that crucial question, doesn't it? What happens when the perfect operative starts thinking for herself, starts asking questions? Evie realizes she's playing a dangerous game now. Not just with Ryan, but with Mr. Smith. She's going off script, improvising, digging deeper into Ryan's life, sure, but also into Mr. Smith's network and even into her own past that she's tried so hard to forget. The fight becomes internal as much as external.
And what she finds out is
Well,
chilling. This job isn't just about watching Ryan.
no.
It's about neutralizing him. Elston pulls back the curtain, reveals Ryan is tied to something bigger, something that could expose Mr. Smith's whole corrupt system. And Evie, she realizes she might not just be a tool in this, she could be a test. Or, even worse, maybe she's disposable, a sacrifice. It just flips the whole narrative on its head.
And what's really insightful, I think, is her discovery about Luca. That Luca used to be, just like her, one of Smith's operatives. But Luca broke free. Now she's rogue, working from the shadows, trying to bring down the whole operation.
Wow.
Yeah. And that forces Evie into this impossible position. Stay loyal, follow the orders that might mean Ryan's death, or team up with Luca and risk absolutely everything, including this fragile sense of self she started to build as Evie.
The tension just keeps ratcheting up. Her relationship with Ryan gets so complicated. She actually cares for him, you can feel that, but she still can't be sure if he's trustworthy. Is he a victim in all this? Is he secretly working against Smith? Or is he playing a role too, just like her? Elston uses that ambiguity brilliantly, keeps you guessing about everyone.
Uh-huh. And then comes another twist. New orders from Smith. You're out. Assignment over.
Just like that.
Just like that. Cover's blown, basically. He's ending it. No explanation, just a new name, new identity, new place waiting for her. But this is her turning point, isn't it? Her moment of real agency. For the first time, Evie says no.
Exactly. That's huge for her character.
Yeah.
She's done playing by his rules. She decides, no, I'm fighting back. I'm taking control of my story. She reaches out to Luca, demands the whole truth. And Luca lays it all out the scale of Smith's operation. Dozens of agents, blackmail, massive money laundering, identity laundering, even political stuff.
It's this huge, sprawling empire of deceit. And Evie realizes she's just been one tiny piece in this giant corrupt machine. And this is where you really see Evie's transformation, I think. She takes all that training Mr. Smith gave her, the lying, the manipulation, the charm, the planning, and she turns it back on him. She starts building her own counterplan, setting up a sting, gathering evidence against Smith and his network. She even makes a fake identity for herself, one he can't find. She manages to turn Ryan from the target into an ally, and together, they start trying to take the system down from the inside.
But there's still that one final twist.
Yeah.
The one that just gut punches you.
Yeah.
And it redefines everything about Evie. She learns her original identity, the one she had before Mr. Smith ever found her. It wasn't a race to protect her. It was a race purely to control her.
Yeah.
Her memories were messed with, her whole history rewritten. She wasn't a willing recruit. She was essentially stolen. And that just shatters everything. It adds this deep layer of tragedy to her whole journey.
And armed with that awful truth, she sets up the final confrontation, a showdown with Mr. Smith. He reveals himself, well, not physically, but through his usual tool, control. He tries to force her hand, threatens Ryan, threatens Luca, threatens to destroy everything. But Evie's different now. She's ready. She's not just an operative following orders. She's a survivor fighting for her own soul.
And she plays the game better than him. She leaks the info, sends files to journalists, even fakes her own death brilliantly. She burns Evie Porter to the ground. She disappears. Not because he told her to, but because she chose to. It's the ultimate act of taking back her power.
And in those final moments, we don't see her settling into some new fake identity. We just see her finally herself. No fake names, no lies, no script. Just a woman who beat the game, rewrote the rules, and walked away. Elston leaves you with this powerful sense, that forging a real self is possible, even after all that manipulation.
Wow. What a ride. So yeah, First Law Wins is definitely more than just a standard thriller. It really is this profound look at identity, manipulation, and what it costs to survive when your whole world is built on secrets. It makes you constantly question what's real.
Ashley Elston really did craft something special here. It's got that intense suspense, keeps you on the edge of your seat, but it never loses that human core. And what's so fascinating, like we said, is seeing Evie's fight for the truth become this fight for herself, transforming from, a puppet, a master of disguise, into someone fighting tooth and nail to reclaim her own story after years of being told who to be. It's heart-pounding, yeah, unpredictable, but ultimately really empowering.
So thinking about all this,
Yeah.
what does it mean for you navigating your own world, a world where information, perception, narratives, they're constantly swirling around us? How do you tell the difference between a well-crafted story and what's genuinely true?
Maybe remember this from Evie's journey. Sometimes the most dangerous lie, well, it's the one that feels the most like the truth.